Gavin Morris is in Lismore. Gavin, you're on a boat. Take us through what you're seeing this morning.
It's shocking, nothing short of it, Carl. Where we entered the floodwaters, they were not that high in the extreme flood of 1954, 1974 or 2017. They were untouched houses back in those floods, but not this. We've come down the main street. This is the main drag of Lismore right now, so these are the first pictures out. The floodwaters have actually dropped somewhat. They were about a metre and a half, probably 2 metres higher, I would say, on the roofs yesterday, so the floodwaters are subsiding. This is what this community is going through here. Everything is being lost. These homes, these people. It's going to be a really, really tough time, and there's going to be a major call for help because this is a flood like no other. It's such a vast area that is underwater. It's hard to fathom just how many homes are gone here, and driving in, how many other communities have gone under as well. Nothing has been untouched. Everything has been wiped out. This is the business hub. This is the business centre of the Northern Rivers, and it's gone. It is so overwhelming to float around these streets. We went down the main restaurant street, and to think that below us, normally people are there, they're eating, they're dining, they're enjoying themselves, enjoying this beautiful city. It's a fabulous part of the world, but we're at treetop height floating down that restaurant row. The industrial estate here is completely wiped out as well. So not just the CBD, the industrial estate, and more homes than ever before in any other flood in recorded history. Now we're into the suburban areas. I'm seeing this for the first time with you. These are obviously people's homes. The debris is everywhere. The mud, you think of the cleanup process from here. How is it even possible? Because think of everything. Everything is gone. Oh, Joel next to me, he told me he rescued a couple from up here. They climbed out through the roof, through that higher section. Just around the corner there was another gentleman and had his dogs left. And Joel came and rescued the dogs. So they were in this area here performing rescues. This is where people were on their roofs yesterday. You can probably see the power lines right there. Now, yesterday, the water was up to the top of the power line, so we were unable to come through this section, but now it has dropped. Let's hope that there is still no one out here that is, waiting to be rescued. We hope and pray that there isn't, but yeah, it's still a devastating scene this morning. Behind me is every single business. We've gone searching, looking for something that has been spared, and there is nothing. There is not one business that is dry, and it's an extraordinary scene. I mean, look at it. This is the main street of Lismore. We were here in the floodwaters this morning as the sun rose. We're up to all of the awnings there, so it's dropped considerably. It's dropped probably 2 metres now, but that flood level is where it was back in 1974 and 1954. It's a very dangerous situation because look at the floodwaters and how quickly they're moving. There's so much debris that is now drifting downstream to Coracai, to Woodburn, and now to Ballina. So all of this is headed to Ballina, I'm afraid. Good evening. Tonight I'm coming to you live from the Northern Rivers. The Northern Rivers has been hit by a flooding event like no other. Lismore's CBD swallowed, every business submerged. Power lines tangled with debris, rubbish bins on rooftops. Can you tell me about what you've seen, what you've witnessed?
Oh, it's been crazy. When we first went over South Lismore yesterday, there was hundreds of people there. I couldn't believe how many. Every third or fourth house had people screaming for help.
We've lost our business again, but it's nothing compared to some of the families we were dragging out yesterday. That, yeah, it's gutting, mate.
In the suburbs, you can see ladders leading up to the tops of homes, while the effort to help stranded residents and even pets continues.
We've saved a cat over East Lismore this morning.
On the Bruxner Highway, dozens of cars remain stuck as water levels slowly recede. Yeah, well, what can I say? Myself and my camo Tash, we were feeling a little bit beat up and down this morning, but it was the people of Ballina that helped raise up. I may join you back in the studio tomorrow night. We'll see how we go.
It's all been a bit overwhelming, hasn't it? Thanks, Gav. Great job to you and to Grimmy. We hope to see you back here tomorrow night.